As you'll know, Meghan and her husband Prince Harry sat down with Oprah for an incredible conversation that saw them make shocking accusations about the royal family, which were heard around the world and sparked a huge debate. At the moment, it seems Meghan and Oprah are going through a difficult time behind the scenes. According to sources, Oprah is furious with Meghan after some of her antics in the public eye recently. Their interview in March 2021 became a global sensation, after they made damning claims including that there were publications within the royal family over Archie's skin color before he was born. They also discussed Meghan's mental health battles and claims that she requested help but was ignored during her time as part of the royal family. For Oprah, who helped orchestrate the chat, their conversation was seen as a huge win and it was a great way to increase her profile. She told her viewers how 49.1 million people tuned in to watch in the USA and received plenty of praise in the days after for what was a choker of an interview. It appears that the pair's relationship may not be as rosy behind the scenes. Oprah is said to be rather irritated over Meghan's latest move in connection with their interview. Sources close to Oprah say that Meghan has used the high-profile interview these last 2 months to create major publicity and attention around a number of ventures and promotional efforts. Indeed, there were stories last month on Meghan prepping to release a reflective memoir of her own later this year, a la the tone at one point of their Oprah chat, but this time it's all about her. As opposed to their sit-down. Oprah was said to be miffed at Meghan reaching to find a more sensational way to break through and surpass the original interview, dubbing her book the Truth Bombshell. We're told this was not the first time, as over these past months, each time Meghan orchestrated a major public relations cleanup or a move, there was always a memo sent to Oprah's peeps and their interview tacked on to create as much hype as possible. This would go down when it was entirely about most recently a Netflix deal, including the first-wave investment in Clever Blends, in their projects that are set to be announced. The latest for last week, when Meghan put out an interview where she again heavily referred to that candid moment with Oprah and teased, in other words, perhaps more Meghan truths to be released soon. This situation is reportedly really getting on Oprah's last nerve, as she sees Meghan as continually using their interview for publicity, and a crutch without permission. After Meghan has continued to tease that there's more she and Harry still need to say about their time in the UK, despite the fact the interview was supposed to be a one-time special, so Oprah is over it. It seems that after months of having to act like everything is okay, Oprah is ready to let it out. Oprah is said to be super annoyed and tired of putting up with it. According to the Daily Mail, insiders also allege Oprah has been talking a lot in meetings about the book she's working on and is still planning to release. It's aimed to come out next year. It's about every scandal she's covered and the stars that wronged her and has used her. The publication adds she's prepping a 2-part series that would reportedly take on various scandals and call stars out as well as call out clients that have exploited her. Meghan is a huge part of part 2, where the source claims, Oprah has a long memory and she never forgets. Oprah allegedly plans to dish on what really went on behind the scenes with the Duchess. Oprah's always thinking several steps ahead and has already been working on details of revealing the true Mia in a 2-parter. She's going to sit down with a cup of coffee, or glass of wine and talk to Mia straight to camera and let loose about everything that went down with Meghan and Harry. It's going to be explosive, the source concludes. Oprah is said to have a heaping pile of receipts proving how Meghan and her team, on multiple occasions, used her name when pitching their connection to media outlets. The timing was pretty crafty, remember, was mentioned in every pitch we saw and shared, and Oprah's accusing Meghan of manipulating her sit-down with her and leveraging the royal family for a cheap pop. That reveal is expected to be a harsh critique of Meghan, who apparently believes has been using the sit-down's momentum to hype her own efforts like Oprah's is over-the-top spectacle like The Color Purple, even though few minds were changed and it bombed at the box office. O's point is that the interview was supposed to be the last word on Megxit, and she's argued her case just in time in some cases. This is O's way of telling Meghan you're not allowed to continue milking this for more truth bombs if the subject moved on from everyone. And if we thought that was the case after their conversation really got our wheels turning, how wrong we were. As for why she's spelling all this out now, well, the buck stops here for Oprah. She's clearly tired of feeling like Meghan's tool every time she has something to promote. Sounds like a royal pain in her. Now, what Meghan and company do with this, that's a major question at the moment. The evidence could be quite damaging to her character and reputation, which would be a very big update in the long-running story between Meghan, Oprah and their parallel, yet diverging, paths in the public eye.